Welcome back to Wrestling with Ski. Can't believe that worked on the first try after the force closed and the crash and everything else that happened since I got this thing. But again, if you don't watch the video, you have no idea what I'm talking about. So check it out one day. We're finally going to get to Dynamite from the other night and all the stuff that, and there's been some stories that have come out since then. So, ooh, and then I could do that. And then, well, the Jeff thing happened. Okay, well, and I found out about, the Jericho thing. So, a lot of stuff happened, but I will say Dynamite overall wasn't the worst thing on the plan. It was actually pretty good. It's technically, I guess, what go home to Dynamite for Winter is coming. This is next Wednesday, so we'll see. Everything works out next week. But I thought it was an overall pretty good Dynamite, if I must say so myself. I'm sure I'm not the only one. Starting out, they're on Long Island with MJF music, and Punk's the one that comes out to it. Again, good way to get, cheap heat there, just for that one night because it's his hometown, I guess. Made some good points, and I will say it was better than the second one that they did together, but that does not eliminate all the cheap heat. And like he kept repeating the same lines about the Islanders over and over and over again. Like it just kept going and going and going and going and going. And then going some more. Like it just kept on with the getting. I don't know. It was something, just all the repetitiveness of it. But again, it was still good to see like that one it felt better coming out of his mouth like than the one they did last week. So you can tell me if I'm wrong, comment away, please tell me. And I did like the MJF entrance with all the references to his amateur accomplishments and all that stuff in his Letterman jacket, whatever. And the Dynamite Battle Royal, the last two get, to face each other at Winter is Coming for, the Dynamite Diamond ring, the ring that MJF has on his finger there. There's the only person to ever wear it, 2 years now. But, takeaways from that, Jay Lethal got eliminated. Everybody gave Matt, the brass knucks. So we'll see where they go with Matt and Jay Lethal. Or if there's going to, they've been doing a lot of fast stuff. So we'll see. Dante replaced his BLM armband with an FTW one. And after double crossing Team Taz, he took off the FTW armband, and him and MJF are the last two standing. So they're going to have a match, after he eliminated Ricky Starks. But I just hope that they let them have a match, and then Team Taz does all the shenanigans that they're going to do, because they're going to do something after that. There's got to be idiocy, whether it's everyone with MJF or everyone in Team Taz. Like, there's going to be something dumb involved. I just hope they actually let them have a match, because Dante is phenomenal, and like I think it could like really work out if they do it right. That's only if they do it right. Who knows if they're going to do it right? But Ricky, Starks attacks him from behind. Dante from behind as MJF's leaving. He does that like he's going to leave. He turned around. He actually made the run back just to attack Dante, which really shouldn't. Like, the guys on commentary played it off well, but we all like that shouldn't surprise anybody. Like, we all saw that coming. But it was still glorious, and again, he was facing the kid next week, so of course he's going to try to stomp him out. The only thing that ended that was Punk running in. Dante hits, Ricky with an enziguri. Punk with the GTS. More words as everything's going off. But again, Dante MJF, or Punk do something to make it so MJF loses. Like, how? So he finally loses his ring. Like, how do they do it? Like, there's so much that can go on and go into that. And hopefully I'll get Justin or Dan, to come on and give some of their feelings on that too. But there's a lot of different things that could happen there, whether it's, people attacking Dante. Like, just what if Punk gets in there and causes Dante to, you know, win? Be the first person to have that ring besides MJF. I mean, another one of those terrible ideas that we put on the clicker. I'm not counting pitches anymore, so I might as well use it for something. But do they go down that route? Just build more between Punk and MJF. Like, could they? Yes. Will they? I don't know. But it's there's an idea like right there. I'm not holding out hope just because there's so many Team Taz and Pinnacles and Wardlows and Sean Sparks. Like, it's just too many. Sean Sparks, yeah, screw that one up. But there's so many. Sean Spears, there you go. People that could get involved with it. But what if they don't have any of them do it and it's just Punk? And then all hell breaks loose afterwards, whatever. Yeah, because I'm sure it's going to, but how do they, if they do that, then don't say I told you so. That's not a bad idea. Again, you can comment and tell me I'm crazy, but I think that's a pretty good one. Jurassic Express with Christian and all that. Christian Cage, get the right. And the Varsity Blondes with Julia Hart. Good to see the Varsity Blondes back. Good to see, Pillman Jr. out there again. You haven't seen him on, the televised shows in a while. Defeating the Acclaimed in 2.0. And it really did seem like it was a quick one, but Jungle Boy picked up the win for the team by making Caster tap out, to the snare trap. And sorry, no offense to 2.0. I was never a fan of them. The first time I saw them as Everrise in NXT, I was like, no, make them go away. They're just, you look at it and they see it, I didn't like it. And then, there they are in, AEW. The feelings did not change at all. I don't like them. I don't like looking at them. I could be crazy or just mean. I don't know. I could be a mean old man. Keep finding new white hairs buried in all of this every day. Every couple days, I should say. But, it does extend, that stupid chair. But it does, it's a good match for what it was. And again, I like, Jurassic Express, Luchasaurus, just a freak. Christian, we all know Christian, when he's involved, he talks, for the most part, but what he could do, we all know he's talented. Jungle Boy, how far he's come, I can appreciate that. You get to see Pillman Jr. again. Again, I haven't seen that in a while, so good for him to keep, it going. Now the Acclaimed, what they could do. They have some stuff, so I'm not, dumping on it. It just seemed like a quick match, but it got who they wanted to get the victory. The victory after the promo they cut, before. Now they're the number one tag team, all of that. So it made sense. It was quick to the point. It was still a good match. Everyone that was in there can wrestle except for 2.0. I'll never like them. I know I said that about Cameron Grimes, but never going to like that. Led us to the Young Bucks with, of course, Adam Cole and Bran Cutler defeating Chuck Taylor and Rocky Romero. Chaos, with Orange Cassidy. Shocker. That the Young Bucks got the win. I thought it was, again, a great match they put together. Very solid. Not the greatest thing ever, but it was really, really solid of a match. But Orange just got mauled by Young Bucks and Adam Cole, and which doesn't hurt my brain because, it's Adam Cole, which I'm not the biggest of. But Orange Cassidy, the whole gimmick, hurts my brain. So I'll be okay with, again, way more athletic and stuff that he could do with his hands in those pockets than I could do. It's just, I don't know. Hurts my head. Deal with the people. If you don't like it, tough. But they stomp him out. Wheeler Yuta comes out to save, gets double super kicked, gets to see a Panama Sunrise to Orange Cassidy, which I still say, no matter what I feel about him, he does, jumping off there. Just that extra little step of setting it up. No offense to, Code Red from Zelina, but I've always thought it was beautiful when he did it. And then Trent Beretta makes his return, being driven into the place by his mom in a minivan, which was great, but cleared the ring of the super click all by himself. Looked good. Like coming back from everything he had to do with his neck. Like he looked good. Now, are they going to play like the neck is still getting anything? We'll see. But see him come back like he looked good. He looked solid. He cleared the ring, and it was a good way to extend that whole story, to keep it going. Just add another wrinkle that I'm sure that maybe a lot of people didn't see coming. So again, it gets people, something they didn't see coming. That's okay. Rio defeated Jamie Hayter with Rebel and Britt Baker there at ringside. I mean, I'll say it was a pretty good match. Not the greatest by any means, but definitely seen a lot worse out of the females division. And then, after Rio got the win, Rio, of course, Britt hit the ring to attack her because, she has a title shot against her at some point. So, that was normal. We saw it coming, but it was still a good match leading up to it. I am curious, though, the Varsity Blondes with, Julia Hart were being interviewed on the stage, and, lights go out, come back on. There's Malachi in his getup. He pulls it off. And him spraying, was missed, which, allegedly blinded Neville. Sorry, the bastard Pac. Slipped there. Sound like JR for a second. But he spit it into Julia Hart's eyes, and the lights go out, and he's gone. Like, I'm intrigued to see where the hell they're going to go with Malachi and Matt. They have someone wrestle with them and take them both out. Is he going to keep going after them? Is it going to be like a Pillman Jr. thing? Like, how are they going to go with that? Because I think Malachi, like putting him with anyone, like we all know he's super talented. So I always, I'm a fond believer, it's a good move. Just again, because he's super talented. So I am really, really intrigued to see what they're going to do with that, because, they're not just going to have him do it and that's it. So really want to know what the reasoning was behind that and see where they go with it. I think it could really help, Pillman, like the Varsity Blondes, if they have them do a tag thing together, just Pillman or whatever, if it goes that way. But I'm really, again, I'm just intrigued to see what the hell they're going to do with it after they did that. Like, it's, call me crazy, but I'd like to see what they're going to do with it. Then Bryan Danielson obviously defeated John Silver. And I'll say I love watching, like, John Silver. Like, I don't know, every time he's in a match, I'm not disappointed. And it was a good match. I mean, we all knew what the hell was going to happen. We all knew what the outcome was going to be, just the way they've been building it. But the guy puts on good matches. I've seen him against this many different people. I mean, it can't just be the other people making him look good. So good on him. It was another good match. Bryan wins, knocking him out with that pile driver. Says he has to kick his head in, so he goes for the stomps. And enter Cowboy. And hit the ring. They have a little moment. And says he's going to stomp the Cowboy shit out of Bryan. So, again, I'm more impressed with Bryan than Cowboy. It's, I'm not saying he's not talented. It's just not my cup of tea. His shirt's just everything, but he can still wrestle. I think it's going to be a great match. I haven't put thought yet into who I think is going to win him. And they've had Bryan on this roll since he got there. So, we'll see how it all works out. But title match is on Wednesday. So, see what they do. Winter is coming. Yes, it is indeed. And we will see what they do on Wednesday. But we also have, other things that happen, and Rampage coming up later tonight, which also sets, the table for a bunch of stuff there. So, Eddie Kingston, cameraman, pulling him back there. He is with Ortiz and and Garcia in 2.0, like in the attack. So we'll see where it goes from there. Again, we all know how I feel about 2.0. I didn't like, 2.0 since they were on what is now known as 2.0. Like, way back then, don't like them now. We'll see what they do with it. Maybe they'll make something that intrigues me about it, but probably not. Hoping that the title match for the AEW tag titles between FTR and the Lucha Bros who are defending. It doesn't have something stupid with Tully and all that, but I mean, not holding my breath. But we'll see if the Lucha Bros hold on, or if FTR becomes the first ever two-time AEW tag champs. It at least gives you a reason to watch. And Tully there, we'll see. Ruby getting interviewed, and she gets tagged from behind by Nyla Rose. After the Bunny and Penelope, interrupted her, and we're talking about, her not having any friends. And while they're attacking her, here comes Ty Conti and Anna Jay to even it out. So that'll be I think at least an intriguing match that's going to happen tonight. Cody interrupts Sammy Guevara, telling that, he's the next one in line during his open, during a TNT title open challenge. Where the hell it came from, what the hell they're going to do with it. Maybe, I don't know. I don't think, I think they should keep it on Sammy. Maybe it's just Cody losing, and maybe, I don't know. But, and then, the Men of the Year and all that did come out. And all those idiots from that whole thing did mention that Dan Lambert will be back someday. They're going to get him, them TNT title open challenge thing. And now he's always skirting the top 5, but Sammy Guevara is a hell of a talent. So I look forward to seeing him wrestle any of them. And as long as Dan Lambert gets his big fat mouth shut, because he does hurt my head, then I'm not going to complain about him coming back. The man can talk. He accomplishes his mission, so can't hate him that bad. But a lot that went on. I don't get Cody coming out, but whatever, gives him something. And that did set up like Rampage tonight, like AEW tag titles, Lucha Bros defend against the AAA tag champs, FTR with Tully Blanchard there again. Nothing FTR, and they're the Revival, whatever. But we'll see how it all works out in the end. Ruby Soho, Anna Jay, and Ty Conti against the Bunny, Penelope Ford, Nyla Rose. And I'm sure if Nyla's there, we're going to hear, Vicky, which, no excuse me, which, maybe it's a copyright thing and she can't use it. I don't know, but surprised we haven't heard a lot, but that's going to happen. And Adam Cole with the Young Bucks and Bobby Fish versus Wheeler Yuta with the Best Friends. I have an odd feeling, Cole's going to win that one, but we'll see what the hell they do with it. But they could make, attack. I mean, they can make something good out of the night. And no offense to, Rampage, I thought last week was actually fairly decent. So, they can keep it up. Like, they just got to get consistent. Really, like, that's it. Like, not so much random stuff, just, try to find a way to make it consistent, because it can be good. They have the talent to do it. They just have to find a way to make it consistent. And that being said, move on to Jeff Hardy getting released after walking out of that live event. And there's two sides of it, two theories on it. Like, one, if he is having, relapsed again and having trouble, and we heard that Roman said he was, willing to defend the title against him and ready to do it in 2022, because obviously he can't this year. Like, if he is like relapsed, hopefully, speedy recovery and the best recovery for him, because we know he's had demons before. And I know he's just on the broken skull and all that. And other things, he just get to this point and do it as the way WWE uses him. We've seen everyone saying it, and he wanted out, and he usually says he's out, so he can go do one more run in AEW with his brother. I mean, that's just people, mentioning stuff. I don't know. All I have to say is I hope it works out for the best for him. If he is having trouble, please, just hopefully, he gets on the straight and narrow again. Hopefully this time it sticks. He's a great talent, but he's beat his body to death. He's always had, personal demons in his head, everything. We all know it's been well documented. No one's missed it. If you have missed it, go and watch the Hardy Boys, Something Else to Wrestle With on the network. Bruce will tell you all about it. Like that night with Sting where he couldn't even compete. Like it was because he was so bad. So if it is that, regardless, I hope the best for him. I'm sure everyone here that is ever on the show with me too does wish the best for him, and see it all work out happy in the end. And he's just happy. Like, just hopefully this time, if it is that kind of stuff, and I'm sure there's some stuff about like it sticks. Like that's the one we want. And then Jericho overseas getting in the hospital for a non-COVID related issue. Excuse me. I will say I've seen him wrestle live, and I know what he puts into all of that. He was back when DX was on the last run. He was in Jericho. I think Big Ben, the offensive line of the Steelers, were at Raw that night, and Wilkes-Barre, like I saw him there. I'm sure I saw him times before. That was just the most recent, so it's more stuck in my head. And I've seen him at festivals, perform with Fozzy, and he was supposed to perform here in Jacksonville, but it was like 2-3 days after Florence hit. So they said they're going to reschedule it, and well, here we are. But I know how those things work out, regardless of all that. Man's, always on the run, giving his, all to wrestling and the band and travel, like all of that. So a lot of abuse, whether it's, physical in the ring or other things, like we all hear the stories. I just, again, just like Jeff, I just hope the best for him, and that's nothing that's serious, and they can carry back on touring and all that stuff. Again, he puts on a hell of a show. He's always been, really good. He cares about his fans, cares about his family. Like, it really, who actually wishes harm on another human being when they get hospitalized. I mean, you really have to. There's people that absolutely hate, and I still don't wish that on them. But yeah, so crazy. All that though. 2 extra things happen. SmackDown's tonight. Pat McAfee just got, that big contract, apparently. Big contract. Got rid of all that talent. They gave him all that money, which shows you really it's on budget. But again, he's doing a good job. Does he deserve all that? Who knows? But all the other stuff he does that leads to it, helps support the brand. But, good for him. At least that means he's going to be around. Hopefully they get him, and he just brings something different to it. And him and Graves, when they were together, was amazing at Survivor Series, in my opinion, to some people that I talked to. So that being said, though, now you know what's going to happen on Rampage. If you listen to this beforehand, go out and watch it. SmackDown, watch it tomorrow or Sunday. Don't know which. I'll be here in this exact chair. All this stuff around me to talk about, how I felt about it all. And the next week, I'm sure Wednesday will be the 2.0 and pre-winner is coming. The pre-show and thoughts and all this. I'm going to try to get Dan and them in there for that. So enjoy your Friday. Again, don't forget to follow along on all platforms. Comment helps a lot. Just subscribe. Like, it takes how long to go on Facebook, YouTube, or Rumble and hit that little button. Spotify, Apple, Google Podcasts, Sketcher, Breaker, Overcast, Radio Public, Pocket Cast, like all of them. Like, just go on there, follow along, comment on them, and most importantly, share them just so it gets more eyes on there for free. And comment. Let me know anything, like right there. Like, share, comment, and repeat on all of them. You're welcome, Justin. I continue to plug that thing that he made forever ago. But that really does help. So do all that. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your Friday night, at least. I'll be back one day this weekend. Don't know what the plans are, so I'm not going to make any guarantees, but I'll be back to talk about everything that happens tonight. So enjoy your night. Enjoy everything until we talk again. I'll be back. So enjoy. Thank you and peace.